let's just say you want to include trust and authority in your stories. You can do the same thing. The only difference is that maybe instead of having these story tips, what I'm gonna do, oops, no. What I'm gonna do is I'm simply gonna copy these and then I'm gonna put them on top. And maybe I'm just gonna put them on my story and say, hey, this is how you can work with me. Or maybe, these are the comments that I've been getting for the past week. And I make it into a story. And that's it. But those are all the types of content buckets that I would be posting in order to land your first couple clients and in order to scale. Because sometimes the only reason you're not scaling is because you're not showing this. Once you start showing this trust and authority content, you're already good at what you do. You're an expert. It's almost Hermosi says something like, I don't know if you guys have read his last book or you guys have heard him say this, but Hermosi almost says like it would be dumb for people not to work with you. It would be dumb for people not to invest with you. Because if they go with somebody else, they're not going to do, I mean, let's just hope they do the job correctly, but that doesn't guarantee that the job is going to be done correctly or done it your way. So I want to stop there. Let's open it up to any questions. And if anybody has to leave, I will send you guys the replay. I want to make sure that you guys do. Wow. Thank you guys so much for
What's up,
joining. I
Patrick?
know we got so many people now.
Shout out to Patrick.
Okay, but any questions so far? I know we gave you guys a lot.
Question.
How often should you post? Just those three that you said?
Yes, I would be posting those three. So that's actually a really good question. So how often I would be posting, let's just say like you're a new coach and nobody knows you. I would be posting value-based content like 100% of the time for 30 days. Then after the 30 days, that's when you can.
What did you say? Value content 100% of the time for 30 days?
Yes.
Okay.
And
what counts as value content, besides like the obvious of mindset and stuff, or like specific to our niche? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and let me answer that question because you kind of put two parts in there. So value-based content just means that it's solving a problem. For example, for you, Dani, because you're doing more social media, you're going to be focused on the problem of they're probably not getting any social media leads. They probably don't have any awareness. Nobody probably knows them. They're struggling. They're just struggling to grow their social media presence. So that's where you come in and you help them. You have to post content that shows, hey, these are the reasons why you should work with me and why I can grow your social media presence. Why does content matter to their business? Why does a strategy matter to their business? Or why does a marketing strategy matter to impact the growth of the revenue? And it's usually because without a presence, your business doesn't grow. Without a presence, that's what I would be showing through value-based content. Again, value-based content just means that you're solving a problem. Going back to Olivia's question really quickly. So let's just say you are a new business. The reason I'm saying only post value-based content for 30 days is because people don't know you. I have seen this before happen, and I guarantee you it happens every single time. But usually some people don't believe me and they're like, oh, I can sell in 7 days. And then they start posting value-based content for 7 days. And then the seventh day, they're like, hey, I got this offer, I want to sell. And what happens is nobody buys and there's crickets in their DMs and they actually start losing even more followers because it's almost like think of like a sales door person. Like they're going to your door and you said no, and then the next day they show up again. They're like, hey, I'm here again. Like it seems really uncomfortable, and it's like, hey, I don't trust you yet. So that's why you want to post value-based content for 30 days so that way people can trust you. Now, if you've already been in the space for years and years and you've already been posting content on social media, you just didn't know what a strategy was, then you don't have to post value-based content for 30 days because people already know you. I would be posting value-based content for about 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, that's when you can include more trust and authority. But to answer like the overall picture, value-based content should be like maybe 4 out of the 7 posts that you post per week if you're posting every single day. And there should only be like about 3 or like, yeah, 2 to 3 per week.
I'll add to that. So I came from an era before we moved to Arizona. I was, and we're going to talk about how often. I was posting every day, 7 days a week, like twice a day. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. You got 2 profiles on LinkedIn, and then Facebook, and 2 profiles on Facebook. So you got your business and your personal. Then for the past year, I was social media manager, editor, and videographer for an account that currently has like 2.3, 2.5 million followers. And I was posting 4 reels a day. And this is no ads, 4 reels a day, 7 days a week, sometimes 5. And again, I'll go back to the analogy of commercials. When we're watching commercials, you see that commercial 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day. And it goes back to trusting people, and people want to trust you and be able to see that. If they don't see you that often, they're probably not going to trust you. So if you're not at the top of their brain, then they're probably not going to go to you. So as of right now, again, how often? 7 days a week, I post probably four posts a day. And again, that's because I want my audience, that the new people, to consistently see me. They're gonna be like, Cones graphics, Cones graphics, Cones. I'm tired of seeing Cones graphics, Cones graphics. They're gonna get so sick of me that they're gonna refer me to somebody else because somebody else need me because they didn't see me so many times.
And I'm glad he brought that point up really quickly, you guys, because I want to show you guys that it's a trick. So if you guys are seeing this is only exclusive for you guys. But I'm glad that he said that, because when it comes to value-based content, I get so many people that are scared to reuse content. Don't be scared to reuse content. Like, if you already posted 7 brand new posts a week and you want to use a couple of those again for week number 2, go ahead. Like, people will never be able to tell because people are just there for the information.
Yeah, sometimes that person might not even see. You posted something last week and be like, oh, I don't want to post this, I already reposted. That person that you really want to get to probably didn't even see your post the first time you posted it. So why be so, again, it's we chasing perfection. There's no such thing as perfection. Just do it. Just simply just do it. Just get it done.
And always like
And there's also, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
There's also like the platform itself. We don't know how they're deciding to mess with the algorithm. And there's a higher chance that they'll see it if we just post more. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I am officially signed up. You are officially my mentors. I'm so excited to learn from both of you. I'm gonna make Patrick join these calls also. So, but thank you so much. Yes.
And I want to show you guys a
Hold on,
trick.
question. We gotta answer
Okay, I want to show this really quick. So this is for Canva. I want to show you guys this trick because
Hold on, wait. Do we know if they know what Canva is? Guys, do you know what Canva is? Hands. Does
Yes.
everybody know what Canva is? All right.
Yeah.
It's been like the greatest thing since sliced bread in the past 5 years. So
Yeah.
So if you guys ever want
Awesome.
to produce content and you guys don't feel like coming up with the whole new concept, like if you guys can tell, I have like a template from all my Instagram content and I keep it in the same place. But if you guys ever want to come up with another piece of content really quickly and you don't feel like designing something new, make literally the same copy of that content, but just make it different. For example, there's my type 1 and then my type 2, I might just take the picture off. And that's the post. Oops. And then that's the post. And I just made 2 pieces of posts just by removing the background.
flip it.
So again,
Flip it.
content doesn't have to be that hard. Content is pretty, when it comes to creating the content, I always say is the easy part. It's the strategy behind it. That's more, I would say, challenging. But
Yeah, for sure.
I think Olivia has another question. Unless you were just raising your hand. Oh, okay.
I do, but I gotta formulate it in my head first.
take your time.
No, these are really, really great questions. So
Good questions, guys.
keep them coming. Keep them coming.
I have a question. So you guys were you were helping clients that came in to the Elliott group. From what I understand, because you've been a social media strategist for a while, but you were also, because I know there's in the Elliott group, like there's offers where they help with branding. The only reason I know is because Eric Klein is a client of mine. And I know that the team is very involved in his brand too. And then I know other, so that's what I'm excited to learn from you guys about, is like you guys were a part of brands, so many brands. Anybody that came through those doors, you guys were helping them. So I'm just so excited for this class with you guys.
No, thank you guys. And I want to share a little bit about Dani. So Dani, actually, I met her through our last contractor job. So that's the beauty of having a personal brand, you guys, because we've been growing our brand for what, about like 5 years now. And the last contractor job that we actually got was because he would be posting on LinkedIn all the time, and he would literally just be looking at companies that were hiring. So it just goes to show that sometimes your content is doing the work for you. You sometimes may not realize it right away. But again, he was also doing the outreaching work where it put him in a position where we're able to work with these, 8, 9 figure companies now. And then people look at us and they're like, wow, like you have so much experience. But again, it's because we've been working on our content for years. So it just goes to show, like, even if you're not generating money right away from your content, you have to keep going, even on those days when it gets hard, even when nobody's liking your post, even when nobody's engaging, even when, you're thinking like, is this even worth it? Like, should I even create content? Like, keep going, because you never know
Never know who's
where it's
watching.
going to take you. So
Never know who's watching.